Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Lindsay. Welcome to our weekly morning Saturday show from Alpha Branch. Today, me and my team member, Ayu and Rosaline, will be showing you different recipes. Okay, I'll be making a drink, a really healthy drink, and Ayu will be making yummy garlic prawns, and Rosaline should be making a healthy version of chocolate mousse. Okay, I wonder what is the ingredient she's going to use for this healthy version of chocolate mousse. All right, so let's start our show now. Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome. Thank you for coming. And okay, firstly, I want to thank you for taking the time off this Saturday morning to join our cooking show, Cooking Experience, Thermomix. Okay, just to let you know, every hour there is hundreds of Thermomix cooking experience are held globally. So I'm really excited. Me and my team is really excited to share with you these wonders of Thermomix. And I know you will enjoy this session. And if you like what you see today, talk to your friend about it. Tell your friends about it, about what you saw today, and invite them to our next cooking show. Okay, so what is my life before Thermomix? Okay, I've been a user for 9 years now. And all right, life before Thermomix is there's a lot of washing. I have to be around when cooking. I have to be around in the kitchen where I'm cooking all the time. Otherwise, my food may be burned, or the water will dry up. And there's a lot of washing. Okay, and there's a lot of appliances I have to taking in, bringing out, taking in and out from my storage until there's like I'm so fed up of doing that, so I rather order or we go out to eat. Okay, that was life before Thermomix. And of course, those I know a lot of my neighbors, their kids are really allergic to food, to certain food like lactose, eggs, and seafood. All right, and I'm sure some of you are facing similar experience. All right, those of you who doesn't have the Thermomix yet. Okay, so what is my passion? Okay, so when cooking is easy, we tend to cook more at home. So now with Thermomix, cooking is really, really easier. Okay, really easy and fun and interesting. So I cook more at home. So my passion is to share this experience with everyone I know, with my friends, my neighbors, my school moms, all right? And with only one Thermomix, you can do everything, okay? With one pot, okay? You don't need multiple pots, you don't need multiple equipment, and there's very little washing, and you don't need a big kitchen, okay? You really save a lot of space, and it keeps your kitchen neat and tidy and clean. The most importantly, we really, as mothers, I'm sure a lot of us here are mothers, or even working people. We have really no time to clean our kitchen every time, and with Thermomix, you will see the difference of cleaning up and washing, and it's really, self-clean, and it's really, the table is really spotless, okay? And this is my passion, and I want to share with everyone, okay, how to be more creative as well, cooking at home, okay? And everyone can cook. Okay, so let's go with our first recipe. So what I'm going to make today is green machine. Okay, you can see with Thermomix, you can really make super fast and easy and healthy drinks in seconds or minutes. Like in lemonade, we have lemonade as well. It takes only 4 seconds to make fresh lemonade at home. Okay, today I'm going to make green machine. It's a really healthy drink. So you can see how TM6 juice, okay? So let's start. I have saved this recipe in Cookie Dough. So this recipe is from Cookie Dough. It's guided recipe. So with Thermomix, it's really amazing. Just follow the steps, get your ingredients, and it guides you until the end. Okay, so let's start cooking. All right. Okay, so it says here, put in my kale. So I have my vegetables, greens washed and ready. So there is a weighing scale here. So you don't have to take out any weighing scale. Everything is in one machine in the Thermomix. Okay, so it's really easy. There's no mess. Okay, so and there's a weighing scale here. It weighs by 1 gram increment. So I have my kale in. Now I'm going to insert my spinach leaves. Okay, I have my spinach. Okay, so everything is fresh. All right, so let's see next. 1 cucumber, so you just roughly cut it. Okay. All right. And 1 green apple. Okay, I've cut my green apple, soaked it in salt water for it not to not to oxidize. Okay. Just let me wipe off the screen. Okay, so next 1 lime. Okay, I've got fresh lime, white peas and deseeded. Okay, and ginger. All right. And okay, next it says insert measuring cup. Okay, so this is our insert lid. Measuring cup is here. So always when we are cooking with Thermomix, it will always say insert measuring cup, meaning insert it into the lid. All right. So this is how we do it. Okay, close it. Right, next. So it already set for us the time. There's no temperature needed because we are not cooking. So the speed, it says go to speed 8. All right, so you see the power of the motor. It will blend it so fine for you. Okay, go to speed 8. Okay, let's go. Right, done. Okay, so did you hear the sound? The sound means it's done and it's calling you. Okay, so let's see. Wow. Okay, let me get that. So it says next step is scrape down. So we have a spatula as well, especially for the Thermomix. Okay, so scrape down all the greens around the lid. All right. Let me show you how it looks like. It looks like this. Okay, so it's more or less it's a juice now, but not yet. We have the last step, which is to put in the apple. The base will be apple juice. All right. Okay. Okay. So next, 250 grams of apple juice. Okay. So this is the base. All right. So next, 1 to 2 tablespoons of honey. So it's really healthy. There is no sugar, so you put honey. Okay. Right. So I will put about 1 tablespoon. Because the green apple I tried just now is a bit sour, the green apple. So you can always adjust it to your taste. Right? Okay, next, insert measuring cup. Okay, go next. Okay, it says 1 minute 30 seconds. So it's going to really blend it into fine juice. All right, at speed 10. Okay, let's go. Okay, it's done. 1 minute 30 seconds. Our juice is done. Okay, our green juice. Wow, looks so good. Looks so good. So you see, everything is in the juice. Okay, in it, there's no wastage. There's no pulp to discard. All right, everything is in here, and you get all the goodness. Okay, so let's see. So I'm gonna pour it here. Hope you can see it. Okay. So our green machine is done, isn't it? So easy. Okay, I have to try it, okay? So this one, I'm going to keep it for photo. Let me try this. Okay, let me see. Okay, I put a little bit more of ginger because I love ginger. And actually, I'm not a fan of really kale and, spinach raw, but it's really, really good. You guys should try it, okay? So I'm going to pass it on next to, who is going to do next? Rosalind, right, Rosalind?
Hi, Lindsay. Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to my kitchen today. I'm going to show you how to make a very healthy chocolate mousse. Okay, you think that it's really fattening and everything, but this version, no. So I got this recipe from Cookie Dough. Okay, so I'm going to make the recipe now, and after that, I'm going to show you more things about Thermomix, like the whole gadgets and things. So you can search in Cookie Dough healthy chocolate mousse, and then we start cooking. For this version, I am going to use tofu. I know it's everyone was all the advisors say, can you do with tofu? Yes, it is possible, and it's the cheapest version other than avocado, and it's healthier, of course. Okay, so let's start cooking. But before you start cooking, just go to your Cookie Dough and scroll up and check. You can see the difficulty, prep times, total time, and also serving. So before your guests coming, or you can do this ahead of time, put it in the fridge, and it will be a very entertaining dessert, because your guests will never guess that they are actually eating tofu mousse. Okay, right, now let's get started. So this is interesting for your table as well. Yeah. Right, it says that we need 100 grams of dark chocolate broken into pieces. So I got my button chocolate, which is, I choose a darker version, which is 61%, or you can find any other brand as well, but this is my choice of chocolate. Okay, so I already pre-weighed, but I'm not going to put it in for now because it said I need to chop it down. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to come back because I am, when you first open the Cookie Dough, you don't really know what's happening, but you can always come back and reverse back and see. So that's what I'm trying to show you. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to do this. So just put in your 100 grams of chocolate. You can chop if you want, but for me, yeah, maybe I'll chop it just to let you see. And this is the measuring cup. You can measure 50 and 100 ml of liquid. And we're just going to chop this. Right, so it's great for us. Open up. So it's really pasty now, okay? So it's really powerful that you won't imagine how powerful is this. When you use it as a Thermomix user, we're always talking about a matter of seconds. Yeah, we're not talking about a matter of minutes, but it's always a matter of seconds. That things are done. Okay, and then now we are going to melt it. So usually you will do a bain-marie, but we don't do it with Thermomix. So because we can control the temperature, it's 60 degrees, 3 minutes at the speed of 2. So you don't have to worry about putting it on the stove, heating up water, equipment, and stirring. For now, I am talking to you. and I don't have to do anything. So Thermomix will do the thing. We'll do the stirring for you. So you have an assistant, a very obedient assistant. There you go. So Thermomix have, okay, let's go to this top class design and quality. It's made from a BPA-free material. So as you can see from the chart, it's evolved from 1883 up to now. It's been evolved. It looked like a very funny blender, and then it met up the heat element. After that, it just go. So I made my first Thermomix. It was made in 1980 in France, in Lindsay's mother-in-law house. And I say, what is this? And she said, it's a Thermomix. You don't know? This is Thermomix. And I'm like, oh, okay. So she's still using it. It was built in 1980 model. So as you can see, this is go a long way. So you can use now, then you can pass it to your daughter. After that, you can pass it to your granddaughter or daughter-in-law, and goes on. So every 23 seconds, there's one Thermomix sold around the world. So you can see that it's something that affordable, something that very useful, something that helps a lot of household. And I can tell you, because it is an all-in-one super machine. So don't miss this, and it's smart at heart. It's getting better all the time. This screen over here is actually a heart of a Thermomix that always updates. So we have the recent update. So we are on 3.3 now. So you can see it's actually catered for the user. Right, let's move on. So this is a top class design quality, as I mentioned. So we have, you can change the slide, Eunice. Okay, so we have the Varoma set. So as you can see on the chart, let's start from the top to the bottom. We have the Varoma, which can fit to 3.3 liter of capacity. And you can put actually like a whole chicken over here to steam them. You can do multi-layer cooking. So you have the cover, the tray, and then you have another tray, which you put it on top here. And then after that, you also have the cover. So let's move on to our melted chocolate here. Let me show you. It's well melted, right? I didn't do anything. I'm just talking to you, right? So all this done. Okay, maybe you can message your friends at the same time. Now let's add on. So if you forgot what is the step, don't worry, you can always come back and check. Let's add on the 400 grams of tofu. So I'm just using this tofu, okay? Because I didn't make tofu yesterday. Usually I make my own tofu, a soft tofu. So you can also make tofu from your Thermomix, so you don't have to buy from store. So 400 grams in you go. Just a whole thing. You can use avocado or this, but I prefer tofu. And then a coconut cream. Just pour in 120 grams. Okay. So I am going to just scrub all this in. Right. What do I do next? It say pure maple syrup. So I don't have a maple syrup, and maple syrup, I can tell you, it's a bit costly as well. I use a Borneo honey because I come from Borneo, so I prefer to use my Borneo honey. So it's dark in color and it's so aromatic. Okay. So just put the whole thing, because I already pre-measure everything, so you can actually measure it on the spot. So you can just take your jar and put in, you don't have to. Okay, I'm going to measure this cacao. So I just use cocoa powder, it's fine, okay. Just pour in. You don't have to sieve them, it's fine. All right, and then it says just close it with the measuring cup and 10 seconds. Let's do this. This one you can tidy up. Right, next. Okay, it says scrub down. Where's my spatula? So I almost not paying attention because I'm really spoiled by the cookie dough. Been using cookie dough for years now, and I think my confidence level is very high on cookie dough because it's always successful. So okay, it says scrub down, and then one more time. Okay, so I have this. Let's scrub down because we just want to mix all the cocoa powder together and the chocolate, every ingredient. So all I have to do is scrub and scrub and scrub. Okay, and one last one. Okay, in the conventional way, you will have a headache when you mix if it's solidify and everything. So I tried many times before and it doesn't work. So ever since I have a Thermomix, this is so easy. Okay, so let me scrub everything down so I can just pour to my glass. So tonight my guest is going to enjoy my chocolate mousse. So you will let this set on the fridge, okay? So the chocolate mousse look like this, yeah. Okay, so it's a bit liquidy for now, but when it's set, okay, so one thing I tell you now, you won't be able to know that this is a tofu mousse. You won't be able to tell, yeah? So it's super, super healthy. So I'm gonna pour 3 for now. Right, and we will come back to this after. I will put this in the fridge to set, or you can have it straight away if you don't mind, but I prefer to let it set. Okay, so after it's set, I will show you later. Okay, let's continue. So let's continue to show you every part of the Thermomix. So when you get your Thermomix, so these are the things that you can get in the package. So you get the aroma set, the cover, the splash guard, the measuring cup, which is this, the lid, the mixing bowl, and there's a knife inside, the whole machine here, the spatula, and inside the mixing bowl, when we do unboxing, there is this is the simmering basket where you can cook your food inside here. Okay, so you steam or you can actually boil your food inside here. So the whole thing, okay, it also comes with spatula. Spatula, I already show you. Oh, my butterfly. So when you want to make some cream, you need some butterfly. So you can see it's 4, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, so you insert this and it works magic for you, okay? The guard, right. And the most important one is the motor. What's the difference with blender and Thermomix? A lot of different. When you use a blender, the conventional one, you really have to scrub and put more liquid to make it work. With Thermomix, because of the design of the bowl, how it's designed, and also the powerful motor, we're talking about RPM, which is rotation per minute. So 40 rotation per minute up to 10,700 rotation per minute. That's really, really fast and really, really, really powerful. So as you can see, the German motor or the quality is really, really high. So you can see all these luxurious car, fast car, and fast engine is actually made in Germany. And for Thermomix, it's the same, and it's designed in France. So you can see it's very high quality food grade material that used here, so you don't have to worry about the heat. As I mentioned before, it's BPA free. So now everyone can bake, because as you see that I weigh my ingredient here, I mix it here, and then of course I bake it in the oven. So you don't have to thinking about measuring way before. So what you do is you have a recipe, whether it's cookie dough or manual, you can just follow your recipe. You don't have to pre-measure, okay? Because everything can be done all in this mixing bowl, okay? So, and because you have a built-in temperature that, as I mentioned to you, that you can actually control the temperature, it can go down up to 37 Celsius, which is perfect to bloom your yeast. So when we do bread, we always get the instruction from a recipe, lukewarm water. So lukewarm means you can put your hand in, it's not burning, but everyone have different understanding of lukewarm, because the yeast can actually activate at 37 Celsius. So if you put a bit higher than that, your yeast will just die, so it will not bloom, okay? Right, and then you don't need to have some baking experience to do this. I do have user tell me that I bake and it works, and I'm really happy for them. And so there's no more guessing, it's perfect dough every time. So you can make also meatball, your pasta. You can make Brazilian puff, banana cake, focaccia, and our famous mantau, okay? So you can do a meatball and some egg tart, of course, some bread for every day. So we have been using cookie dough. Lindsay have been using cookie dough. I've been using cookie dough. Why? Because it's 80, well, it's not 80K, it's not 80,000, it's 81,000. To date, I saw it was 81,000 recipe, step-by-step guided recipe that incorporate with the machine, that give you instruction and work at the same time. So it's not like a book. So you have to be the medium to make things work. But here it's all in this Thermomix. Okay, so it's integrated award-winning recipe library integrated to the machine, so that you will not have to guess anymore when you do cooking. So why it's world-class? Okay, because the recipe that you're using here is actually used by the world-class chef as well. So Thermomix is not used by housewife or normal household. It's used by restaurant as well. So Gordon Ramsay is using it. So I'm sure he contributed some recipe as well, or maybe he okay. I'm not sure about that, but I'm sure there will be some recipe is from a famous chef. So you may cook well, but you may running out of ideas. So you have all the idea in the cookie dough to make you do your dishes. So your kids will not complaining that we're eating the same food again. So cookie dough is really at help. Okay, so you can actually store your own, you can actually create your own recipe for the new version. So you might actually use the recipe here already and modified them, because I'm sure all of you have your grandmother or your family recipe that you would like to instead of referring to the book, but you can actually add on to the cookie dough. So how do you do that? You can actually access your cookie dough from your phone. from your iPad, from your computer. So you just log in, so you can do all the editing or all the searching through your phone at your convenience. Okay, so you have your own library. Okay, so there's also some articles, shopping lists that you can get from your cookie do. So you can plan your weekly meal. So I think it's really good in terms of saving budgets. Okay, and also customize. Also, if you for us Asian, we think that it's not easy to make a quiche, or it's not easy to deal with pastry. There's actually guided video incorporated to here. So it's like looking at YouTube screen in the TM6. So you don't have to worry too much, because there's always new feature coming in, and it's really good. Okay, so let's move on. So it's 100% natural, healthy delight, bring joy every day. So would it be glad to be able to provide fresh and nutritious food to your family? So I am happy that tonight I'm going to provide a nice chocolate mousse to my guests, which tofu, and of course chocolate, high antioxidant. And without them knowing, I'm giving them the best from my household, even to your guests, you know. So it's and also my kids love chocolate mousse, a health chocolate mousse. My kids also like ice cream. So instead of store-bought ice cream, we make our own smoothies. Ice cream, I would say, with fruits, because my kids, I'm sure you have more or less the same issue with me. My kids doesn't like to eat like the physical fruits. They prefer to be in the ice cream or in the smoothies. So Thermomix has saved me a lot in terms of money and time, and also giving the best to my children. Okay, so as you can see at home, you don't use preservative. I'm sure all of you trying to avoid coloring, preservative, and yet you will still have fun with your kids. You can make the food, the dessert, or anything with your kids. So you know, it's also teach them to learn how food is made. You know, it's not just moms standing in the kitchen and do something and produce a food. It's also tell them to appreciate ingredient, so which I think is very good for their well-being. Okay, so you do this with your kids. So when you get your Thermomix, make sure you introduce them to your kids. And one day you'll be surprised you're waking up with a nice morning smoothies, healthy oat smoothies perhaps, which has happened to me, and I'm sure that will happen to you too. Right, so I'm gonna come back with the set chocolate mousse later. I'm gonna ask my, I think Ayu will be the next one presenting. She's gonna show you something amazing for this weekend.
Hi everyone. So today I'll be making garlic prawns, and we were going to start straight away with the recipe before we continue explaining more. Okay, so first, the recipe is already in cookie dough itself. All right, so it says I have to put in the garlic. So because I like garlic, so I'm going to add in extra. All right, next it says add in the parsley. So I've got all my parsley here, just the leaf, not the stem. Okay, and then we're going to add in our fresh chili. So instead of using fresh chilies, I decided to use chili curry. So this is my chili. I'm going to put it in. Next, insert the measuring cup. And then for 3 seconds at speed 7, what it's going to do is it's going to chop for you. So you don't have to chop. So technically what it's doing is it's replacing your blender function. So you don't need to take out your blender. Okay. So it's basically done. It's already chopped. Okay. And then next, we're going to add in the olive oil. So the reason why it's good to make this recipe is because you can use a healthier option like olive oil, and you don't use that much oil for it. So I'm going to scrape down the sides because there's some that stuck at the side. So just scrape down the sides so that it will be evenly cooked. Okay. All right, and then we're going to add in the olive oil. So like we mentioned, we already have a built-in weighing scale, so I don't have to take out the weighing scale. And if you already know roughly, you do not really need to use the weighing scale as well to measure. Okay, so we're going to add in the olive oil. Okay, next, we will insert the cover. Okay. And for the next 2 minutes, what's going to happen is it's actually stirring for us. So I'll proceed with the slides. Okay, so basically Thermomix is all you ever need. I'm sure most of you have all these kitchen appliances. Why don't you write in a comment how many of you have all these kitchen appliances, but you do not use them? So I personally used to have a cake mixer, juicer, you have your rice cooker, and there's so many other kitchen appliances that you will have. Whereas with the Thermomix, it is all you ever need because it has 24 functions and counting in it. So that's why you don't need anything else. All right. So next. Okay, so perfect temperature brings out the best. Now with Thermomix, you can actually have the perfect temperature. So when you want to stir fry your veggie, 120 degrees is the best temperature to stir fry. That will make sure that it retains the nutrients in it, as well as the color will look bright, and it's a better option of cooking. Now, besides that, we also have high temperature cooking. So with high temperature cooking, it's already set in. So if you want to make your ikan bilis, if you want to make your fried shallots, you can always do that. And we also have at 160 degrees, the auto set function. So with the auto set function, for example, if you want to brown your meat, you can always brown your meat. And besides that, we also have the sugar stages. So which means you can even make your own lollipop. I'm sure most of you who have children would love to make lollipops, right? Okay, and I don't think you have ever made lollipops. So this is why you really need a Thermomix. Okay, so moving on. Yes, so Thermomix is all you ever need, and it's the perfect temperature for everything. For those of you who bake, I'm sure you will know that in order to activate the yeast, it will have to be at 37 degrees, correct? So with the Thermomix, you can actually already set the temperature at 37 degrees. Okay, so it's already finished sauteing. Let's move on to the next step before we continue with the slide. Okay, so next I'm going to add in the tomatoes. Okay, you can add in the canned tomatoes. All right, just put the whole thing in. And then we are going to add in the vegetable stock. Now, vegetable stock, you can actually do it on your own. It's in the cookie dough recipe itself, so it's a lot better for you to do it on your own. Okay, and then we're going to add in, the recipe calls for white wine, but as a substitute, you can actually put apple cider vinegar. Okay. All right, next. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of dry oregano. So the oregano leaves. Okay. And then sea salt. So 2 pinches of sea salt. And in it goes. Okay, so insert the measuring cup. And we will cook for another 11 minutes. So we shall continue where we left off. Okay, so next is, of course, melting chocolate. Now, I've had a disaster experience melting chocolate. because when you want to melt chocolate, normally what happens is it tends to either overboil or underboil when you're using the double boiling method. So with the Thermomix, you can actually set it to 50 degrees Celsius, which is the perfect temperature to melt chocolate. And besides that as well, I'm sure some of you love to eat kaya, correct? Now, have you ever made your own kaya? Write in the comment. So to make your own kaya, it will give you the perfect texture and because of the perfect temperature. So like what I'm doing right now is sauteing. So sauteing is at 120 degrees Celsius. So it helps you to cook like mimic on the stove. And high temperature, of course, like I said, you can even do your ikan bilis, you have your, fried shallots, and also your fried garlic. So it's all the recipes are in the Thermomix itself. So you do not have to worry about having your kitchen filled with oil splatter everywhere. All right. Okay. So next, fast, delicious, easy, and healthy. Now, this is actually one of the main highlights that I love so much about Thermomix, because we all, have a very busy and hectic lifestyle. So we try to make, fast and easy meals for our children or family, whereas we can actually make fast, delicious, easy, and healthy meals in a very minimal time. So how you're going to do that is in the 4-layer cooking. So what basically it does is it's trying to say that you do multi-layer cooking. So you can actually have at the bottom the soups or dessert. And then in the simmering basket, you can have the potato, rice, or pasta. And then at the tray, you will have your steamed eggs or vegetables. And at the top, you can always put your meat, fish, or chicken to steam. So it's a healthier way to cook. And at the same time, it's a lot faster and easier to cook. And the best thing is, for example, if you're coming back late from work and then you want to prepare chicken rice. Now, chicken rice is very easy to make with the Thermomix because you already have the soup underneath, you have the rice, and you have the chicken. So it will all be cooked at one time for just 25 minutes. Okay, and for those of you who love to eat your pulut kuning with rendang, you can actually cook the pulut kuning at the top, and you can even do the rendang underneath. Now, as you know, Thermomix can make doughs, it can make pao. So what we normally do is we make the mantau, and then when we do the soup, we actually do the soup and we steam the mantau together. So it's actually saving you a lot of time. And you don't need to have so many appliances lying around cooking one simple dish. It's all just in one Thermomix. Okay, so I'm sure some of you are asking, okay, besides the normal one, what are the different modes that the Thermomix have? Because remember, I told you there's 24 functions in one. So the Thermomix also has a fermentation mode. So fermentation mode is already set in where you can make your own yogurt. So if you have never ever tried to make your own yogurt, this is it. And you know why you should make your own yogurt? Because it's a lot healthier. The yogurts that you have in the store-bought, especially the ones with fruits, normally they don't really give you fresh fruits in it, right? So it's always added with sugar in it. So there's a lot of added preservatives in it. And that is the yogurt we give our children, which is not so healthy. So when you make your own yogurt, at least you can put your own fruits and you know that there is no added preservatives in it. Okay, so next is the slow cook mode. So for the slow cook mode, it can cook up to 8 hours on reverse speed. So you do not have to worry, and keep checking on it. You can leave it even overnight because our Thermomix has an automatic shutdown. So in 15 minutes, if it's left unattended, it will actually shut down. That's the great thing about it. And next, we also have the sous vide mode. So whenever you go to like fine dining restaurants or hotels, they always ask you, how would you like your meat prepared? So what they do is they actually like water bathe the meat in they water bathe the meat so that it's cooked evenly at a low temperature for a long period of time. So In order to do that, they use the sous vide method, and the sous vide method, normally you have to buy a separate machine. So right now you don't have to buy a separate machine. It's already in here for you. And it retains its juiciness and its nutrients in it because it's cooked evenly. Now, next, we also have the rice cooker mode. So nice of that. So this rice cooker mode, if you ever want to make like one pot chicken biryani, or as shown there, the chicken sausage, what is it called again? Chicken sausage rice. It's like a clay pot rice. I really like it because you put the chicken in there, you put the rice in there, you put everything in there, and it cooks for you in like hardly 28 minutes. All right, so the next other function we have is the warm-up mode. So for those of you who, do not believe in using the microwave, it is a good way to warm up your food using the Thermomix as well. Now, I'm sure we all love our eggs done in different ways, whether it's soft boil, medium, or hard boil, or, all the different choices that we have. In the Thermomix, you can actually select the type of egg that you want. So you want it either soft, medium soft, hard, it's all in there. You just have to take it out from the fridge and put it in there and select which type of egg that you desire. Now, last but not least, I love this function, which is the pre-clean mode. Now, pre-clean mode is they have 4 different options for you to choose, which is dough. So for example, if you have already done your bread, your mantau, and sometimes it sticks at the side of the bowl. So rather than you having to clean it, it will actually help you to clean. So that's for the dough. Next we have is the universal. So for universal, for example, if you already make your sambal, you can actually make a sambal without having to worry about your kitchen oil splatter everywhere. So for like sambal tumis or anything that you cook in general, you can always put water with 1 drop. That's it. You only need 1 drop of dishwashing liquid and it will pre-clean for you. Now, the next one is fats or caramel. So for example, if you make salted caramel or if you make sweetened condensed milk, you want to melt it a little. So the temperature for it when it pre-cleans is at 75 degrees. It's already inside there, so you don't have to worry. And browning. Sometimes when we brown our meat, it may get stuck. So it also helps, allows you to choose that option. So all you have to do is add in water, a drop of dishwashing liquid, and it will clean for you. Indirectly, it's like your mini dishwasher. Okay. All right, so I actually have another 3 more minutes before I move on to my next step. So while we wait, I will pass it on to our next advisor to go on further. And then when we come back, we will actually just have to cook the prawn. So my prawns is here. So I'm just going to place it inside later and just cook it for a couple of minutes. And then we're going to assemble it all together. All right.
Thank you, Ayu. Okay, I can't dishes. All right, so as you see, within a short range of time, we have cooked. Ayu is going to be done with her prawn garlic, and Rosalind is waiting for her healthy chocolate mousse to set. And I've already finished my green machine. It's really good. Okay, so next. All right, so you have to bring home your Thermomix today, okay? So I want to ask you, for those of you who already own the Thermomix, can you type in the chat, what was the first dish that you made when you got your Thermomix? And for those of you who have not, what is the first dish you think you're gonna make when you get your Thermomix? I'm really curious to see your answers. Okay, can you just type in the chat? All right, for me, my first dish I made when I got my Thermomix is bread kneading, okay, buns, because I'm really, really bad in pastries, all right? So, and bread kneading, manually really needs skills, and I didn't buy any bread kneading machine that time, so before Thermomix, I would try and knead with my hand, but it always over knead and it's too hard, and so I told myself, okay, the first thing I need to do is make bread. Okay, and it just came out soft and fluffy, and wow, okay, multi-layer cooking, oil-free, yes, all right, okay. So it's really easy. Get your Thermomix today at only RM 6,988. And it's only RM 9 a day. So what is RM 9 a day? It's nothing. To order food now, you pay for your delivery. It really costs 9 each delivery, okay? If you order twice a day, it's like 18 ringgit a day. So, and we have many installment plans for you as well, and also free gifts, extra gifts for those who pay full payment. Okay. All right. Next. Okay, so what is the complete package that you bring home when you purchase your Thermomix? Okay, so as you saw Rosalind mention just now, all the accessories that you'll be bringing home, okay, you will have a free unboxing service from us, okay, from your advisor who you purchase from, and she'll be there to assist you with your journey, in your Thermomix journey, and you get access to our free access to our VIP cooking classes that we held almost every month. Okay, and you have free delivery, okay, free unboxing, and you get to access to our online recipe community platform, which there are over hundreds of thousands of members, and our Telegram group. You get personal advisor support, and also you get a 2 years warranty for home use machine, right? And you get to enjoy a 6 months free Cookie View subscription, okay, which is now over 1,000 recipes. All right. Okay, and you also get a basic cookbook. Okay, so this is the basic cookbook, which is a really amazing book. Okay, I love this book. There's a lot of tips and guided tips for you. Okay, like it will tell you if you want to grade your food, what sort of food, how many grams, what is the temperature, what is the speed. Okay, and if you want to steam your food, the chicken or the vegetable, at how many degrees, the timing and the speed. So it is a very useful cookbook for those of you who has got your Thermomix ready and has not explored this book yet. Please do so. Okay, I love this cookbook. Okay, all right, next. Okay, so with Thermomix, you can do everything. Okay, Thermomix, one Thermomix is all you ever need, but of course, when you have two, it's even better. Okay, we have many customers who, after using one Thermomix, they found it is really useful, so they bought another one, so to even make their food prep even faster. Okay, with Thermomix, you can make from breakfast to dinner. Some of us eat 5 meals a day, right? Breakfast, snack, tea, dinner, supper. So it does everything for you. It will be on your kitchen top all the time, and it looks beautiful, and you will be using it all the time, at least 3 times a day, okay? At least 3 times a day you'll be using it. So what a great buy, right? For 6,988, you get to use it all the time, okay? Not only for yourself, it's not a self-purchase. This is a purchase that you use for everyone around you. And like Rosalind mentioned, even for your guests, okay? So it is a really perfect investment, okay? And it also cooks a whole chicken as well, and crabs too. And those of you who love porridge, okay, porridge is something like kaya that you got to be there to look out for the fire. Okay, if you don't, it will burn off. It will just burn off. Okay, so with Thermomix, you just put everything in and you can walk away. It does the work. It does the cooking for you. Okay, so yeah, all right. So what life with Thermomix? Okay, what is life with Thermomix? So it changes, it will change your life, okay? You will cook better. You will spend more time at home with your family, eating together, because cooking is easier. When cooking is easier, you want to cook more. And when cooking is more fun, you want to cook more. And you will see the changes, all right? You will see the changes, and you will have bond. If you have kids, you will have more bonding time with them, because it's such a friendly machine to use. Even your children can use it, all right? And my customer even told me, you know, Thermomix is the most value for money appliance in her home. It is true, because you use it many times a day and you use it for a long, long time because it is made to last, all right? And it's also helped to make good use of our time. Those of us who are really busy with work, you know, you can plan your time better with Thermomix, and with the pre-clean mode for us, and with the auto washing, with the auto cooking, okay? And for those who have health conditions, start investing in good health, good health in the meanwhile. I mean, it's worthwhile investing in good health, good food, good health, right? So, and of course, you will have beautiful, clean kitchen all the time, less cleaning. You don't have to clean up after every cooking. You know, you don't have to mop the floor, clean the walls. You don't have to do that anymore. It really saves you a lot of time. All right. So that is life with Thermomix. Okay. So who else do you think needs a Thermomix? So after watching today's cook show, who do you think needs a Thermomix? Okay, why don't you invite your friends to the next show, next cooking show of ours, you know? Think of maybe you have really busy friends or friends with a big family, a lot of young kids that really have no time to cook. They're like club cupboard all the time and always ordering food, spending a lot of money on food deliveries. You can talk to them, okay? And friends who are health enthusiasts, you know, and food enthusiasts, they love to cook, you know, they love to be very creative. And friends who have older parents who may be diabetic or not so well, you know, their health, they really need to look after their health, because cooking with Thermomix is healthier because of the low temperature, and also especially when cooking rice, it gives us low GI rice with Thermomix. Okay, and it also people who are family with young children, you know, it can bonding time, and also for corporate events, for corporate companies, we can give out as a prize gift, you know, wedding gifts, housewarming gifts, anniversary, lucky draw for best employee award. You know, you can always propose to your company if you're working for a company who's always giving out employee awards, you know, right? Okay, so share this amazing experience with your friends, okay? All right, so the best way to multiply your happiness is to share with others. Okay, so right now in this period, we are having a special promotion with a very special limited time of payment plan that we will be removing very soon, our payment plan. Okay, this is our current promo that we are running, all right? So purchase it at full payment 6988, you get a free carry bag. Okay, the carry bag that those of you who travel, you know, worth 380 ringgit. So those of you who travel balik kampung or see your families or go picnic, this carry bag is really useful for your Thermomix. And or if you pay via installment credit cards, all right, you can get a free One Pot Wonder cookbook. It's an amazing cookbook. And with any plan, we have host gift free for you to redeem, which is the two 1.1 liter thermoserver worth 460 ringgit. So this thermoserver is really useful, okay? It is a high quality stainless steel thermoserver, okay? It helps to keep your food warm or cold for a few hours. Okay, see, it's really good. There's no joint. It is really a amazing server. I love it. So if you cook, you go to friend's house, you can put your food here to keep it warm for a few hours, and it's so sleek and beautiful, right? So you get two of these 1.1 liter for free when you purchase your Thermomix this week, and next week is ending. So, and you get to redeem this by hosting. Hosting means you invite your friends to our future cooking show, or you invite them to your house and your advisor will come and host for you a cooking show. Okay, so you get this for free. All right. Okay, and next. So if you like what you see we do today, all right, so you can also join us as a business partner, because Thermomix is a wonderful business to start with, okay? and join us, and you'll be on your way to earn a free Thermomix. Okay, for this program, you can always check with your advisor who invited you today how to go into this program to earn a free Thermomix. Okay, I forgot to mention one more thing about our Thermomix package. All right, our current promo. Sorry. Can you stop? Sorry. Okay, the current promo that we're having this week and next week. Okay, so this payment plan of deposit 2988, RM 2988, you can already bring back a Thermomix, and the balance can be paid via installment, debit or credit card. All right. So this plan will be ending end of next week. All right. So those of you who doesn't want to spend full amount on the Thermomix, this is the best plan to go. Put a deposit of 2988, and the balance you can pay with debit or credit installment up to 18 months. So after next week, there'll be no longer this plan. Okay, there will be a different plan, a new plan which requires a higher deposit and a lesser installment. So if you want to grab this opportunity, this chance, so do it now, do it by this week or by end of next week, before that, so to enable you to enjoy this payment plan. All right. Okay. So yes, for the Thermomix business program, you can always check with your advisor on how to join that program, okay, to earn a free Thermomix. So thank you for joining us today. Don't go yet. Okay, so sign up today to get your Thermomix. All right, don't wait. I know you're here because you really love it and you really want one for yourself, for your kitchen. Okay, now let's go back to Ayu to see how is the prawn garlic doing. Are you ready?
Yep. Okay. So basically what happened was I actually put the prawns inside here to cook. So now I'm going to transfer it inside my what do you call this? Inside the thermo server, which we showed you just now. Okay, so it's in there. And we're going to pour the sauce in here. Just like that. Very simple, very easy. Okay, so you just mix it. Okay, this is how it looks like. And you will normally eat it with like your bread, your crusted bread, and then you squeeze a little bit of lemon on top of it. It's really, really good. So you should try it. All right, so that is my dish for today. Okay.
And Rosalind,
Hey,
set.
this is so
Wow.
this is so tempting, but you know, I have to stop myself. Okay, so I am going to assemble them. So remember the chocolate that I used just now? Just take out from the fridge. So you can do this in advance. Just take one chocolate. If you don't want, it's fine.
Just grate it.
Yeah, just grate it on top. And you have your coconut cream. There's some left over. This is just for decoration, you know.
Wow.
Okay. Just put on top. Or if you have time, you whip them. But you know, the coconut cream is so creamy. So you don't have to, well, okay, I'm just going to put one cherry on top.
Wow. Okay, I'm coming over.
Yes. So guys, try this at home. You can do it in advance. You can do it yesterday and then you can serve it. All right, before your guests come, do it because you have time to set them. Okay, and you're going to win over your guests because it's tofu. So I am going to put everything. So my guest is coming this evening, but it's okay. I'll just do it in advance.
You inviting me or not?
Pardon?
Are you inviting me as your guest as well?
Well, if you want, come. Right. So guys, just this at home and get your Thermomix today because you have nothing to lose. It's 24 tools in one, and it's affordable, and I think it's the best ever happened to my cooking life is to have Thermomix.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining us.
Enjoy your long weekend. See ya.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.